The opinions expressed are those of the show's host and not the staff or management of Port St. Lucie Broadcasters. Any reproduction without written consent of WSTU and WPSL is strictly prohibited. Now it's time for Quality of Life Radio, brought to you by WellMed. Here are your hosts, Gary Owen and Tom Bouvier.
Hello, and good morning to all of our fabulous friends listening in on this fantastic, fabulous, gorgeous Florida Tuesday morning. And Tom, it's May 4th, 2021, and that means 25 days until
the 29th,
which is, Evan, Gary's birthday. So I think
we got plenty of time to
he's
shop.
He's going to be gone the week that we do our show on the 25th.
No, just the one day.
Just the one day. I know. All right, everybody. This is Gary Owen and
Tom Bouvier.
By the way, Tom says that we every week bring to you the Quality of Life radio show. And we're glad that you're with us and tuning in this morning. By the way, we are very proudly sponsored by WellMed and Lot Insurance Services. They are collaborating with us, and they love us. We love them, and we love supporting them. And it is a great partnership. And by the way, if you're listening in and you're on the WSTU station 1450 or WPSL 1590, and your drive is soon ending, guess what? You can tune in on Facebook Live, and you could go to the Quality of Life radio show, find us there, or as you're heading into your office, turn on your computer, and you can catch us live in the studios. Tom, where can they catch us?
That's WSTUTV.com.
Yeah.
Look at the live stream.
You want to see 4 or 5 handsome men in the studio, buddy. You don't want to miss this. And Tom, why are we here?
Gary, we come here every Tuesday morning to, number one, bring relevant content to our listeners. Number two, to showcase and support local business people. And we're going to be introducing them here in just a moment. And then we love to educate and instruct and give information about insurance options and products that help improve people's quality of life. Thus, the name Quality of Life Radio Show.
And by the way, we own an insurance agency here in Stuart. I've been here on the Treasure Coast for 35 years now this year. So this May marks my 35th year on the Treasure Coast, and been here a long time and helping clients. And we continue to help clients at Owen Insurance Group. And we're just located north of the Roosevelt Bridge off US 1, right behind Key West Diner. So Tom and I are busy daily. Tom, is it like 7 days a week, 365 days a year almost, that we're there for our clients? Even on vacation, we take our phones, we read our emails, we respond accordingly, because we want to make sure that you have the best service available.
Absolutely.
And so we're excited to bring Devin and Jason up on here in a second. And on the second part of the show, by the way, Tom and I are going to share our experiences that we've had throughout the week and some ideas of insurance planning that will help improve and enhance your quality of life. But we got 2 really cool stories to share this morning. One is about a German bomb squad who finds a reported grenade, which wasn't a grenade. So Tom is going to share that one. You want to tune into this one. This is a very interesting one. And then also we're going to talk about a North Carolina 12-year-old who graduates high school and college at the same time this month. So two really quick, interesting stories that happen around the world. All right, so we're going to say hello to Jason Cushney and Devin Hobbs. They own and operate, Jason?
Kangen Water Center of Stuart.
All right, so Jason, how long have you been part of Kangen Water, and how long have you been on the Treasure Coast? And tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm from the Treasure Coast originally, and I've been doing the Kangen Water business for about 8.5 years. I joined in 2014, and it really changed my life. And I enjoy helping other people find quality of life through healthy water. Water is really important, and it's overlooked by a lot of people. People don't really pay attention. They go for price and not quality. So that's really what I'm all about.
Great. We can't wait to hear about what that means and how you guys came about being part of this organization, and what inspired you to do that, first of all?
Well, I was on a weight loss journey, and joining LA Fitness, they had a health presentation talking about different beverages and their pH levels and their acidity and the oxidation in the water. And I signed up to learn more information, and they tested my water and showed me that it wasn't as good as I thought it was. And that was shocking to me. And I found out this was actually cheaper long-term to invest in your own system to produce your own healthy water at home. And I've really changed my life and gotten a lot healthier. We don't make any medical claims, but I definitely feel a lot better.
So what kind of water did you have, thinking that you had the best water until you realized you were duped?
I was drinking Eternal spring water, and it was sourced from Smoky Mountain, Tennessee. But when they put it in the bottle and they put it the pH on the label, when it arrives to your house 6 to 12 months later, it no longer is what it was when they bottled it. So you have to pay attention to that, and you want to get your water fresh, not 6 to 12 months old.
So you work who do you work with there at the office?
I work with my partner Devin and my mother Carol.
Yep.
And I have a few other distributors that participate in helping us grow on the Treasure Coast.
And let's give a shout out to your mom, Carol. I've known them for quite some time. So Carol's a sweetheart, and it's really great to know her, and your dad also know your dad as well, and to see. I remember you as a toddler, quite frankly, growing up. So that's how long I've known the Cushney family. So it's great to have you in the studio with us this morning.
Well, thank you for inviting us today, Gary.
Yeah, fantastic. So tell us I've got a bag. You handed me a 5-liter reusable water bag that says Kangen water on it. So tell us about this.
So that is alkaline ionized water. It's the pH 9.0. So it helps you to feel good, have more energy, and look better. It hydrates you on a cellular level, so you actually don't need as much water throughout the day. You feel better, you have more energy, and it's just overall hydration level. And Devin can speak more a little bit about that. He's an athlete, and he wins a lot of races and a lot of things now, and he can tell you how you feel as an athlete drinking the water. So if you want to go ahead and do that, Devin.
So are you telling me before he comes up, are you saying that you can drink less water when you have a higher pH level?
Yes, because the hydration level of tap water or bottled water is about 16 to 18% hydration, and most of it is wasted. You get rid of the rest of it. It doesn't really hydrate your cells, so you're always chronically thirsty. And Kangen water helps to hydrate your body on a cellular level where you don't thirst as much, and you can drink less water and feel better.
All right, fantastic. Devin, talk to me.
What's up? What's up?
Talk to your audience.
Yeah, so I'm Devin Hoppus. I've worked with Jason. I met him on grand opening, and I've been working with him ever since. And this water has changed my life as an athlete, just health-wise. Even in the gym, like I noticed that recovery time is a lot faster, and like getting out the lactic acid, the alkaline water really helps flush out the lactic acid. So I'm able to train harder, work harder, and work out more days throughout the week. And with hydration, it speaks big time as an athlete, because I don't feel chronically dehydrated like I used to. I mean, I remember I'd play football and we used to drink straight from the hose, and I could only imagine what kind of contaminants that was in that water, and you would just feel so like out of it on the football field, especially in this 90-degree weather. You know, I was dehydrated. I would always have headaches, but as soon as I started drinking this water, I started feeling a lot better. No headaches really at all anymore. Cramps have gone away. Just recovery too is big time.
So tell us what's in this water. So first of all, where do you get it? How is it made? And what is so special besides you can change the pH level depending on what the consumer's looking for in their health requirements?
Yeah, so our machines make 7 different types of pH levels, all the way from 2.5 acid water, which is used for cleaning and disinfecting. And then there's 11.5 water that's also used for cleaning oil messes and different like household needs. Instead of using chemical cleaners, we're just using water. We're changing the pH, and it's a lot eco-friendlier than using household chemical cleaners. And then you got the drinking waters between 8.5, 9.0, and 9.5. It's recommended everyone to start at 8.5 and then work their way up. And then we also have a water that's called Beauty Water, and that is like a facial toner water. You spray it on your skin, wash your face in it, and it tightens and tones your skin, which is it speaks right here.
See, there's
I was
no
gonna say,
wrinkles. He has no
I
wrinkles.
can tell he sprinkles his water with his beauty.
Uh-huh. He
sprinkles
carries
his
around
face.
a bottle.
Straight out of the shower.
Yeah, fantastic. So does the water taste different? I mean, the different pH levels, it has to have a taste.
It does.
Change.
To some people, if they're not used to the minerals in the water, it will taste funny to them, because this water has a lot of minerals in it, and it's high in alkaline too. So it depends. Everyone's different. It depends where you come from. But yeah, it's a lot. Actually, like there's like really no taste to it, and that's the thing. Like you taste different contaminants in other bottled waters or tap water. Like I could, for example, like Dasani water, I could instantly taste like the microplastics, and it doesn't taste good at all. Compared to this water, there's no taste, there's no smell, and it's just fresh. And you don't feel bloated after drinking it too, I noticed. Because I remember drinking water on the football field, and then I'd feel that water splashing around in my stomach. But now, like I probably drink a gallon of this water a day or more. And it's because I'm able to, I don't feel bloated.
That's pretty neat, because I think I drink about a pint of water a day.
Yeah.
we gotta get some cups in here to try some of this. So kind of going back to what you said, so you have different pH levels and alkalinity levels. So you're saying that there's water that you can use, just straight water, to clean.
Exactly. Yep. So you know how water and oil don't mix?
That's right.
So our 11.5 pH water that comes from our machines will actually emulsify oils. So now I replace all my 409, my Mr. Cleans. I no longer use laundry detergent anymore. I just use this water and essential oils, and that's how I roll.
And Tom, don't you have something like this too?
We have the machine. 2.5 years ago, we met Jason, and Debbie and I honestly had never been sick since. Never. The only time we may feel a little bit bad or start to catch a cold is when Debbie was away for like 3 weeks and she didn't have her Kangen water. And all she was saying, I miss my Kangen water. She came home, just wanted to drink and drink and drink the water, because literally it does change your life. And I'm a living proof. So
That's interesting. So a consumer comes into your showroom, your location. They pick out a machine. Are there different size machines, shape, styles, what they can do, the cost, of course, and then how do you marriage the person with the machine?
Well, first we identify their needs and the size of their family to see what they would qualify for having, and we try to give people the best value for their dollars. So we have machines that start off at $2,900. And they last about 25 years of proper care and maintenance, which is the average cost of a family of four's bottled water spending a year is $2,600 on average. So they're already spending the money. We're just redirecting their spending into a more economical system that actually saves the environment and saves their pocketbook.
Bingo. Saves the environment, because we don't want plastic
hundreds
bottles.
of
Yeah,
thousands of
everywhere.
bottles
That's disgusting.
are just
And then also what's disgusting is seeing people drinking out of the plastic bottles. You're drinking out of oil. I mean, it's just
Yes.
it's not good. It can't be healthy.
Yeah, well, plastic is made in petrochemical plants, and they have hydrocarbons that release from them and microplastics that are causing a lot of birth defects and health problems and endocrine hormone disruption.
if you listen to Dr. Tread's earlier show, he was talking about the plastic from petroleum products and getting into your body,
Not
and
good.
it's that's toxins.
All right, we're going to come back and learn more about Kangen water and the water of life, because it's important that you protect and enhance your quality of life. That's what this show is all about. You're listening to the Quality of Life radio show on WSTU 1450, America's Heritage Station, and WPSL 1590. Go take a little tinkle, and we'll be right back.
Unless
welcome back to the Quality of Life Radio Show. This is Gary Owen, and we want to say thank you. I heard that background noise. Didn't like that. So, as I was saying, and because I was so rudely interrupted, welcome back from our short break. And you're listening to the Quality of Life Radio Show. A big thank you goes out to one of our sponsors of our show, which is Lot Insurance Services. And you can trust them for all your home, auto, boat, and business insurance needs. And if you're looking to save a lot, I always say call the Lot Brothers. And they're located on US 1, just north of Midway Road, up there in St. Lucie County in the beautiful Treasure Coast. So we love the Lot Brothers, and we appreciate their support, collaboration, and their sponsorship as well. We were on break, and Mr. Kushney was giving us some interesting statistics because we as Americans don't drink enough water. So, Jason, what were you saying?
That about 95% of Americans are chronically dehydrated, and the water they're drinking is not actually getting into their cells to hydrate them properly. So we have a demonstration we do on our website and our Instagram page. We can see we take a tea bag and we add the 9.5 water to the tea bag, and it brews the tea instantly cold without being heated up, because we heat the water up through evaporation to make the water molecules smaller so they penetrate the tea cells. So going through the ionizer, it actually separates the water molecules. If you imagine like a metaphor, as if you have your bodies, the cells are like a chain link fence, and with bottled water is like throwing softballs and golf balls through. Some of the water gets in, but not most of it's bouncing back off the cells. Our water is like throwing pellets or BBs into the chain link fence. Most of the water gets through. You feel a difference. You don't get bloated. You have more energy. Your skin looks better. Within 10 minutes, you feel like a different person.
So you're saying if I start drinking this water, my skin is going to be soft and
glowing. Yeah.
glowing, succulent.
Yeah.
And then you can
Absolutely.
use the beauty,
Then I
the
can
beauty
look
water,
to
and look
tighten
like
and tone
Devin.
it. Yeah.
I can be more attractive.
Yeah, it takes off about 10 years off your face if you use it every day. It tightens. It literally is like an astringent. It tightens and firms your skin.
People, are you hearing this?
Yeah,
That's
it's like
true.
Are you hearing this?
it's a non-surgical facelift.
That's worth
Whoa.
the money, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, you get healthy, you look younger, and so it takes 10 years off your life. Does it take 10 pounds off my midriff section?
Yeah, I've lost over 150 pounds the last 8.5 years drinking the alkaline water. And I've changed my diet through like an elimination diet, drinking the water, started feeling better, and then started eating again, like different foods, and noticed I didn't feel good eating those foods. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I should eliminate these things because I'm feeling so much better. And I saw I progressively lost more weight. And I'm right now plateaued at, I need to drop another 40 pounds, but I feel a lot better. My knees are thanking me. I can breathe easier, and it's just a better quality of life.
So my Aunt Pat up there in Ohio listening in, knock off 10 years of your life. We'll send some water up to you. I'm sure you'll certainly love it. I know you love your nephew. So they want, first of all, tell us where you're located and how do they get a hold of you?
We are located right in downtown Stuart on the corner of Albany and Dixie, 44 Southwest Albany Avenue, right next to the Boomers Big Boy Subs. You can see our sign. We have the healthy hydration on the window. You can reach us at 772-872-6575 or on the cell phone 772-444-6505. And you can also visit us on Instagram at Kangen Water Stuart. And we have a website you can look at. It's called Kangen Water Boy, like the Water Boy movie with Bobby Boucher, you know, the high quality H2O, right? So you get Kangen Water, KangenWaterBoy.com, and you can see our little presentation on there, and you can sign up on the bottom for more information. And we have a lot of links at the bottom. Every Tuesday at 9 p.m., which is tonight, you can watch a live presentation by Shan Stratton, and he's the nutritional coach for the Yankees, the Arizona Diamondbacks, and a lot of other health professionals. And he actually endorses us and does a presentation tonight live at 9 p.m. You can check it out straight off the Kangen Water Boy website, all the way at the bottom, the True Health webinar.
That's pretty cool, Tom.
Excellent.
KangenWaterBoy.com. So check them out. And again, you want to, gain 10 years of youth. Drink some 8.5, 9.0 pH.
Yeah, we start you off
water.
on 8.5, but we want to work your way up to 9.5 after about 3 weeks. 1 week on each setting, and you should start feeling a lot better.
So if somebody doesn't want to spend the $2,900 or more for a machine, they can come in and buy bags of water from you, or how does that work? Can they do that?
We don't sell the water, but we do sell the container and offer a free month of refills. You can come in daily and fill up the 2 bags you buy per person for the month. And then we offer a membership program to our center, and you get a lot of benefit from that, not just the water, but you can come in and refill your water as you need, 2 bags per person per day. And the fee is $50 a month, which is a lot more affordable than most bottled waters, but the line is getting longer. So people want to buy their own machine, that they're standing in line, and they talk to each other, and you get to see from other customers that have no financial interest in selling you a machine, telling you the truth about how they're feeling. And there's not really a placebo effect because everybody's telling you the same things. And it's really wonderful to see that in the store. And you can look us up on Google. We have 5-star ratings from lots of customers, no complaints. Everybody feels wonderful. It's really a cool business plan, and it's the best product that we've ever found for health.
I'm a happy customer, and I endorse it. Cool shop, great people. When you go in there, they're so friendly. His mom, of course, Jason. And so I haven't seen you in the store, but
He's mostly in the field.
yeah,
So
get him out in the field.
So Devin, are you selling these machines? I mean, what are you doing out in the field, visiting businesses? So what's your story over there?
Yes, sir. I'm a Kangen water distributor with Jason, and I go out into the world and I educate people about this wonderful water and just show them a better way and a quality of life.
Fantastic. We like it. And where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Indiana, moved to Florida when I was 9 years old, about 14 years ago, and now I'm here.
All right. You got the sand in your flip-flops?
I do.
All right. Go join the flip-flop club, man. That's fantastic news. It was great to have you guys on. Any word of advice for people who are listening or watching in live? Any words of wisdom, Jason, that you want to give that's important for them to know that they should just at least give this a try?
Yeah. It's free to try for the first 30 days, and you don't have anything to lose but some years off your you get to live a little bit longer and have a better quality of life. And I think that everybody deserves better water, and most people don't even know that they are drinking bad water. And they can go online actually right now on a third-party website. It's called the Environmental Working Group, ewg.org/tap water. Put in their zip code and see all of the contaminations that are in the water that are not regulated by the government. So if there's no regulation on the chemical, there's no test for it, and they don't tell you it exists. But there are lots of toxins, even in Stewart tap water. There are 9 chemicals above the health goal and 25 other contaminations that should be removed from the water before you drink or even bathe in it. Because our skin is the largest organ and absorbs all these chemicals.
Yes.
And there are carcinogenic chemicals in the water. PFOS is 160 times higher than it should be in Stewart, Florida, which causes endocrine disruption, accelerated puberty, cancer, heart attacks, Alzheimer's. It's called PFOS. You can look that up.
So if you're out there drinking PFOS, doesn't mean you're a POS.
Or PFAS.
It just means
PFAS drinker.
that you need to come to Kangen Water and drink some real good stuff to keep you healthy, to keep you replenished, to keep you hydrated, to keep you young and healthy, man. That's important.
And a
So
great quality of life.
Yeah, great quality of life. Awesome. Thank you guys.
thank you.
That's
Yeah,
our phrase,
absolutely.
man.
We're gonna
Did you steal that?
Yeah. Well,
someone's always plagiarizing us. I don't
That's
know.
right. We are trendsetter. I think I've heard him say it before.
I love it. Yeah, we're gonna have you stay with us during the rest of the show here because we might include you on some things and maybe ask you some questions that maybe consumers out there might be thinking and want to ask. So before we do that, though, I'm gonna have Evan, our engineer here in the studio, and Tom give you our 2 unique and interesting stories that are happening around not only our country but around the world. We'll start with the first one, which is you got the new North Carolina. Which one do you have?
The German.
Oh, you got the German
The
one.
follow up from his morning show.
Ah,
so
okay, so
he's well versed in it.
Yeah, I got this one.
German bomb squad.
Yeah.
Okay, so go
You
ahead,
wanted that
Evan.
one.
Go, carry that away, sir.
All right, so this definitely is definitely different. Police in Germany said a bomb squad was summoned on a report of a grenade spotted by a jogger in the woods, but they arrived to find the object was a rubber sex toy.
A what?
Rubber sex toy.
Say that one more time.
Rubber sex
A rubber
toy.
sex toy. It
Yes.
wasn't a grenade.
No, it wasn't a grenade.
How do you How do you mistaken a grenade from a rubber sex toy?
Well, the police in Lower Bavaria said the bomb squad was called to the wooded area outside the city of Passau near the Australian border on a report of a hand grenade in a plastic bag found by a jogger. Now, the bomb squad, they arrived on the scene and discovered the grenade-shaped object was made of rubber and was accompanied by 2 condoms, an empty bottle of personal lubricant, and a USB charging cord. Now, police said the bomb squad did an online search, and they finally confirmed after their investigation that the suspected explosive device was a harmless sex toy. Investigators said the condition of the plastic bag indicated that it's been in the woods for quite some time
Interesting.
before being discovered.
It was quite an explosive device, I'm sure.
Don't know if they did a DNA test on it or not.
Very interesting. Evan, thank you for that wonderful news all the way from Germany. Tom and I had thought maybe we'd go to the Australian border and kind of find some grenades ourselves. But they make Tom, they make hand grenades, in fact, in where you just came from in Nolens. They make these little not little, they're large cocktails called hand grenades. Did you have one when you were there last week?
I did not have
You
a
did not have a
hand grenade, but
Gotcha.
I'd had other nice
Very
libations.
nice. Good for you.
The elixirs of Bourbon Street.
Yes, good for you. While Tom was in Bourbon Street, I was resting and relaxing on the sands of Key Largo.
We saw things we never seen before.
and drank things you probably never drank before. So, Thomas, the second story comes from North Carolina.
Actually, a 12-year-old in North Carolina took a few extra classes during his spare time during the COVID pandemic, and he's now preparing to graduate both high school and college in the same week. Mike Wimmer, 12 years old, of Salisbury, will graduate from Rowan Caribous Community College with an associate's degree on May 21st, and he'll also graduate from Concord Academy High School just 7 days later, May 28th. He has a 4.0 GPA at the college and a 5.45 GPA in high school. Not sure how that happens. I think they get more if you're in honors class or something like that. He earned him the role of class valedictorian. He said he just had some extra time during COVID and discovered that if he added just a couple of extra classes, he could graduate from both schools at the same time. He ended up completing the equivalent of 2 years of high school and 2 years of community college classes in a single year. He said his lifelong interest in technology and robots led him to create his own startup, Reflect Social, which aims to simplify how smart home technology works, and said his entrepreneurial goal is to build technology that enables people to live better lives. The boy said he is now considering his next options, which would include continuing with school, accepting various job offers, or pursuing a fellowship to grow his startup. A lot of people think I've given up my childhood or somehow lost it. And I say to them that I'm having the time of my life.
A 12-year-old.
A 12-year-old.
His life. That's amazing.
So you've heard the name Mike Wimmer first here on the Quality of Life radio
Like
show.
another Doogie.
Or another Bill Gates or somebody.
That is phenomenal. 12 years of age. Good for him, man. That is fantastic. I'm sure his parents are very proud. Good job. Okay. And then health facts. So there are 3 I'd like to share with everybody every week. 3 interesting health facts that you should know. So first one, smelling this herb, Jason, see if you know it, can increase alertness and improve memory. Can you guess what herb that might be? It starts with a R.
Starts with an R.
R, yeah. Tom, do you might know what it might be?
Rosemary?
Yeah, look at that.
I was about to say that.
Wow.
I've got a rosemary
Yeah.
bush.
me
So
too,
it does what?
So rosemary increases alertness and improves memory.
Good.
Not hearing loss. Tom.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
Right, anything for
I mean, if
hearing
you want to
loss.
stick it in your ear. I mean, that's pretty good. So I don't like rosemary.
I love,
Love
it.
it.
You put some
Mm.
roasted potatoes
Oh,
in
I'm not a
yeah.
fan of
I put it on everything.
there. Yeah,
It's
roasted.
interesting to smell, but not to taste for me anyway. So that's the first one. So go out and buy more rosemary or plant some rosemary
Mhm.
and be alert.
Be alert.
Improve your memory.
And remember.
It does nothing for your face. But
That's
you have to buy the Kangen water for
Yes.
that, not
The
10
beauty
years off
water.
your life. And then number 2, yoga for you yoga folks. Yoga can boost your cognitive function and lower stress. So I'm gonna have to go to my yoga class here soon and figure out how to do it so I can lower my stress factor. And then number 3, this is good for all of us. Walking outside can reduce negative thoughts and boost self-esteem. Walking outside. So I guess if you're walking down the street and you see a bird get hit by a car, I guess that will raise your self-esteem. You boost your self-esteem. I'm not sure, but fresh air probably helps with negative thoughts and just getting away from momentarily from your workstation, from your computer, getting up, walking around. It's good for everybody. I keep telling my employees that they need to do that as well, because we get so bogged down and overwhelmed with work and a workload that it's good to take time out of your day. And I'm talking to you, all of you that are listening and watching. We all need to practice that. Take time and just take time for ourselves, smell the fresh air, hear the birds chirping and singing, and the horns blowing on US 1, the traffic going by. It's wonderful. But anyway.
Smell the rosemary.
All right. So quite frankly, we are in the 3rd phase of our show, where Tom and I are going to talk about insurance solutions and ideas that will enhance and improve your quality of life, some do's and do nots. Before we do that, though, we're going to go on our second and last break of the show. So you're listening to the Quality of Life Radio Show with Gary Owen and Boo, the Tom Bouvier. Thanks for listening. We'll be right back.
Welcome back from our short break. You're listening to the Quality of Life Radio Show. A big thank you to one of our sponsors of our show, WellMed Medical. And you all know that a good primary care physician is always in great demand, and so many currently don't have a primary care physician. So go check out WellMed Medical for all your primary care needs. And there's actually 4 convenient locations right here on the Treasure Coast.
And I hope that Tanner and her crew over there are listening in this morning, because we're so excited to have a meeting planned for this Thursday with their staff at WellMed and staff at Owen Insurance Group and some of our agents. So we expect to have about 12, Tom, right? About 12, a dozen of our agents there, and they'll have their staff and from all over the state of Florida. So we're excited to be working with WellMed, and We'll be meeting them at Sailor's Return. So we're going to have some fun. We're going to enjoy some hors d'oeuvres, some fellowship, maybe a cocktail or two or three or four or more. But nonetheless,
And we'll drink our Kangen water afterwards to
yes.
help.
before and after.
Yeah, it's a hangover cure.
It's a hangover cure, says the man.
So the question is, Jason, it's not going to affect my single malt Scotch drinking.
Actually, if you make the ice with this water, you have a more smoother Scotch.
Would you know? This is like perfect timing, Jason, because I'm all stuck on my bloody cord here. Because I just bought yesterday, just came in Amazon, these whiskey
Globe?
balls.
The Globe? Yeah, make it with
they
this
can
water.
make 3 of them. So I used distilled water in the first batch. So I guess I'll throw those away.
Yeah,
and
distilled water
replace it.
is so acidic it ruins the taste of the liquor.
So
You want alkalinity is much better for it.
perfect. So for all you whiskey drinking aficionados, if you don't have Kangen water for your Scotch ice for your Scotch, you need to get over there and buy some, because I know that I've got my first bag, and I know I'll be over there for some more to make some nice ice. So that's perfect, Jason. Appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, Thomas. We have 16 minutes left on the show. And when you were gone, we talked about true freedom. Actually, time before that, we kind of just, for 10 minutes, we spoke about true freedom. And we had 2 people that said, hey, I'd love to learn more. And can you tell us more about that? And my Aunt Pat, when I was talking to her, she said that she listened to that and she thought it was interesting. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the last 15, 16 minutes of the show this morning. And Tom and I are going to talk about what that means, true freedom, because most people today, well, we know that over 75% of Americans are going to need some kind of long-term care in their lifetime. So, and of course, the older we get, Tom, the chances of us using that grows exponentially. And we know that most people start care in their home, and most people do not want to go to a nursing home.
And if they think they do, they definitely do not want to.
And Tom has firsthand experience with his family members and dealing with that now. So I think it's important that we have that discussion, because listen, who wants to talk about we get that old, we get that, and it's not just by age. You could have a car accident, for God's sakes, and something happen and debilitate you, and you can't meet 2 or more of the 6 activities of daily living, and you need some sort of home health care. And unfortunately, what happens is people wait till their 60s to start thinking about long-term care or home health care, or it's either becomes too expensive, or Tom, they can't qualify
because of health concerns,
pre-existing conditions,
health issues.
So those are the 2 issues that prevent people from investing in that long-term care type of plan or insurance. So there is an alternative to that, because we know that long-term care, just straight out traditional long-term care, because you have 2 choices when it comes to long-term care. You have the traditional long-term care, where you pay the premiums, and unfortunately, due to people living longer, we've seen those premiums continue to grow and expand and get larger, and sometimes it gets to the point where consumers. I had a neighbor who had a long-term care policy. I won't mention the company's name, but the premiums kept going up quite frequently. She was now in her 80s, young 80s, and it kept going up every year, 50%, 70%. Then the 3rd year went up 100%. She could no longer afford the premiums. That is not where you need to be. So, and then also you have another type of holistic long-term care called a hybrid long-term care policy, where, and by the way, on your traditional long-term care, most people don't care for those types of plans, because if you pay all those thousands of dollars in premiums over time, tens of thousands of dollars, and you die and you don't ever use it, you've just spent all that money for nothing. So then you have the opportunity to invest in a hybrid long-term care, Tom. And I know you've helped a couple clients with that, with one certain company.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us how that went and what did that provide for them?
Yeah. So that a great product. It's kind of a life insurance product. It's a long-term care product, all together. That's why it's called a hybrid. And in this particular case, an individual had some savings, and they did a one-time payment called a single premium payment or a lump sum payment, and they actually just plopped down a certain amount of money on pretty much day one. That amount of money, let's just say they put down $50,000. Sounds like a lot, but in a long-term care situation, you can blow through that in less than a year. I mean, 5 or 6 months or
Correct.
or whatever. And so that $50,000 immediately gave them, I think it was about $160,000 in long-term care money. So if they were to go, even in the first year, have the need to go into a long-term care, they had a pot of gold of $160,000 that is meted out or distributed on a monthly basis. So they had a monthly give back to them until that $160,000 is gone. Now, the average age of, I think it's 80 years old is when people would go into need a long-term care. So this individual is about 65. So in 15 years, that 160,000 is not 160, it's about $500,000, like $484,000 in long-term care money. And the amount that they get each month is grew as well. So they maybe get $5,000-$6,000 a month out of that $484,000 at 80 years of age. So
what a great investment, Tom.
that is, I mean, 50. And then after 7 years in this particular company, if they say, I changed my mind, I need that $50,000 back, they 100% return a premium if they haven't used their policy.
So you're saying they
after
don't
7
charge
years.
an admin fee or nothing like that, administrative fee. They're
No.
getting their full 50 grand back of their initial
after
investment.
7 years. So
Isn't that amazing?
after a year, they would get a smaller amount, then 2 years, it going up to 7 years, full return of premium.
So that's
for any
great.
reason.
So there you have it. And then you have a death benefit. So let's say that
Right.
you don't need the long-term care because you had a sudden death. And then what happens, Tom?
It acts like an insurance policy. So instead of getting the $50,000 back, they might get $100,000, as a death benefit.
So that's
Li-
great.
life
So
insurance policy.
there's the type of planning that we do at Owen Insurance Group. Life, health, Medicare planning, long-term care planning, annuities, and so forth. But what a great plan to have, that you have a long-term care policy in place, you have a death benefit in place, and if you change your mind 7 years down the road, or whatever that number is, could be 7 to 10 years down the road, and you want your money back, well, guess what? You get your money back. So it's a win-win situation for the consumer.
And some people say, well, I don't have 50,000, just put at that. There are other payment options. You could do a 5-year plan where you divide that 50,000
Or
for
10
example,
year.
or 10-year plan pay. And so you have those monthly regular payments. And then it would, after 10 years or 5 years, it would add up to the same.
So, Tom, if you have somebody who doesn't have the money, or can't qualify for that because of their health, or they don't want to spend it on a traditional long-term care policy, what is the third option that they have, Tom?
There is a home-based plan called True Freedom. Okay. So this home healthcare services, custom care assistance, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, where you have a monthly premium. You purchase a lot of hours, a block, let's say a block of hours. And I believe you have the different plan blocks there.
So here, and by the way, I know that Mike Barbone, our field manager in the Tampa region, Florida, is a big advocate of this, and he promotes it and sells it a lot and loves it. And being an attorney, reviewed it and put his stamp of approval and his endorsement on the company and on the plans. But I'll tell you though that the least expensive plan that you can purchase is the bronze plan. It gives you only 1,500 lifetime membership hours, but hey, it's better than nada. But it's only $95 a month. Then you upgrade to the silver plan, get double that, get 3,000 lifetime membership hours for $175 a month. Then you can say you needed, double that, get 6,000 lifetime membership hours, and it jumps from 175 to only 295. It doesn't double. So you're getting more bang for your buck at the gold level. And then the platinum level is 10,000 lifetime membership hours. And Tom, we're seeing people typically come in at the silver and gold level. So let's say that you had a budget of a 175 a month. You could easily do that. The good thing is we can sell, no matter where you're listening. You could be in Ohio, Pennsylvania, Alaska, Tennessee, California, wherever you are in the country. Tom and I can assist you with enrollment in this plan. So we can write in all 50 states, number one. Number two, the premiums go lower and reduce by 10% each year that you don't file a claim. So let's say that you take the silver plan. It reduces 10% for 5 years. So the first year, you're paying $175 a month. No claims, you're healthy, that's fine, great. The second year, it reduces down to 10%. So now you're paying $158 a month. You go through the second year, no claims, reduces down to 10% again. So now you're paying $142 until you're paying $115 a month. It's amazing. $115 a month from $175, and that's 5 years without claims. Now, the caveat, however, is as soon as, let's say, 2 years after that, you do go on claim, now it raises back to your original $175 a month premium. So you get to save in premiums all those months that you don't have a claim. They also give a discount of 10% when you pay the annual premium. But as Tom said, you're buying blocks of 10 hours, 10-hour blocks. So for the silver plan, you're going to have 300 hours to use, and you use those 300 hours. And then what happens is there's a replenishing period for 90 days. So during those 90 days, you don't have that service. You're not able to apply your plan. You could still use the company you're existing using. You could use a friend or a neighbor to help you in those 90 days. And then on the 91st day, your second block of 10 hours kicks in for another 300 hours. So, and that keeps the premium stable. So they've not had a price increase, Tom, in like 15 years. They've never had a price increase. So that's how they keep the prices affordable and attainable for most Americans.
Right. Because if you were to hire a home health agency, which I recently have had to come into the home to help a loved one, yourself or anyone, you're going to be paying anywhere between $22 to $30 per hour for that person. So if you have somebody there to assist with your mother, grandmother, whoever, for 5 hours a day, that could potentially be $150 a day.
That's right.
The monthly premium, for 175, it's like 1 or 2 days of home health care needs. So what happens is you use those hours. The company will pay someone. It could be a neighbor or somebody. Can't be a family member, I believe, that lives in the home or something. A few rules like that.
Right.
Or have a professional CNA, nurse, certified nurse, whatever, come to the home, and the company will pay those people directly. So that's how you utilize those hours.
And by the way, the good thing, Tom, is that there are absolutely zero underwriting questions.
Amazing. So they don't care if you had a heart attack in the past.
The only suitability standard to enroll in the True Freedom Plan is that the prospective member cannot be currently in need of or currently receiving home health care services or assistance, including from a family member at the time of enrollment. That's it. That is the only requirement. So 9 months down the road, you need care, you have it. So, and again, as Tom mentioned to you, that if you don't want to use a home health agency, you certainly can. But if you feel that you have a good friend or a neighbor, then the company will reimburse them and pay them for the services to take care of you. So that's great. So you're not limited to a stranger coming into your home, a healthcare services aide coming into your home and taking care of you. And now you can have a friend or neighbor that that can do it and be compensated for it. God,
That's great.
it's a phenomenal opportunity, and it's affordable. So again, you have 4 plans to choose from: the platinum plan at $475, the gold plan at $295, the silver plan at $175, and the bronze plan at $95. So give Tom or Gary a call at the office. And Tom, how do they find us? How do they get a hold of us? How do they Google and research us?
Gary, they can call us at 772-210-1020. That's 772-210-1020. Go to OwenInsuranceGroup.net website and request information. A lot of great resources on that website as well.
So again, Owen Insurance Group, we have roughly 300 plus agents across the state of Florida who are independent agents that work with our brokerage agency here in Stuart. So no matter where you are, we'll have an agent for you. You can contact our office again, 772-210-1020. Contact the pros at Owen Insurance Group, and we will help you. And we appreciate Kangen Water coming on the show with us this morning and giving us their great information about their water. I'm dying to try it. So next week, our special guest on our show is going to be the one and only, the lovely Candace Lopes with Skin Serenity Spa. So you want to talk about skin, your largest organ in your body? You want to come and listen to Candace. And Tom and I will continue providing valuable insurance planning solutions. We certainly thank you for joining us this morning. We hope that you enjoyed the show. If you haven't, you must be dead or sleeping still. Please share us with your friends, your family, your neighbors, and remember, stay safe, keep healthy, be happy, and enjoy
Your quality of life.
Take care, everybody.